All right, welcome to Tropical Bowl. It's 9:49 left to go in the second quarter. 3rd and 17. Brandon Harris is back in at quarterback. He eludes pressure. Throws to an open man. He slides, and I think he's underthrown. That was number 81, Jordan Franks out of Central Florida. With the pass incomplete, it brings up 4th and 17. The national team was more or less shut down on that opening drive, but they're getting ready to punt, and we'll see what the American team does with that. We have number 37 back to catch. That's Trevor Steinke out of Southern Florida.
The American team has been very aggressive on both ends, on the offensive and defensive end. And it's definitely working for them, and it looks like the national team right now doesn't know what's going on. They need to regroup.
And again, Trevor Steinke back from South Florida. He's a wide receiver, kick returner, punt returner specialist. He refused to punt it just inside the 30 and quickly is out of bounds. That was a little late hit there.
Yeah, that was late.
Got pushed out of bounds after a minimal gain. No flag on the play, but he did get pushed after going up. And so now the American team is going to have their second go at it here on offense. And let's see what quarterback they have in.
6 yards on the punt, 7 yards on the return.
You know, the national team right now, with that late hit, you know, right now they're playing. They can't be nice right now. You know, they're getting outshined, so they're going to do whatever it takes to get them pumped.
Maybe that fires up the national team. All right, so we have the receiver in motion.
Number 5.
Hand off to number 5, Dominic Bonner. J.J. Green, I'm sorry, for the carry from Georgia Tech.
So they come back out in shotgun and they're running up the middle once again, which was working in the first drive. So let's see if they keep that going.
And Anu Solomon is still quarterbacking out of Baylor. He led them very quickly in a strong drive to open the game. We're looking to repeat that. So we have a quick pass, a quick out to number 82, Levante Gonzalez.
Andrew Solomon's pass complete.
And that was Michael Mentor on the tackle. It was a great tackle, great open field tackle.
Tackled by number 43, Brandon Bryant.
They continue to move quickly. They're not huddling. It's a 3rd and 2 from the 43. Again, the score is 6-0 with the American team up. We're in the shotgun with 3 receivers split to the left. All right, Mr. Solomon throws the ball deep down the right sideline, and that is caught.
Yeah.
That is caught by number 88, Okechi Nitsagawe. The crowd roars in excitement because that was a spectacular sideline catch. The DB did.
Jordan Beasy from Memphis.
Actually, that was Jordan Beasy. It looked like the numbers look exactly alike, doesn't it? I think he's number 38. Yeah, I thought I was 88 myself.
That's my apology here. We're looking horizontally here at the 50. The handoff here to number 5, J.J. Green. Looks very strong.
Number 5,
Run out of bounds by number 37, Colton McKay out of Clarion University of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that was a great design play.
9 on the play.
9-yard pickup on the play, and once again, they're threatening to be in the red zone. Let's see if the national team can at least hold them to a field goal. There's a lot of communication being, between the DBs. Let's see if we can put a stop to this drive. We have a swing pass out to the right. J.J. Green.
Exotic plays or blitzes on defense to disrupt this offense. So right now, the defense just have to suck it up right now and just play.
There's a lot of man coverage, and the running backs are floating freely out to the flat. So again, Anu Solomon is still a quarterback out of Baylor. He's orchestrating 2 beautiful drives. Hands it off to number 29. Nice hit. Number 29, Malik Williams on the run. But he was driven to the ground.
Yeah, that was a great tackle. Great tackle and great pursuit by the defense and defensive line. Right now, it seems like, I don't know what button they push, but it look like they're playing better and getting more push up front.
And again, we're inside the 10-yard line, or just outside the 10. 2nd and 7 from the 11. Anu Solomon takes the high snap, hands it to number 29 again, and number 40 is in to disrupt that. Garrett Dolan out of Houston Baptist. Nice stop of the play by the linebacker.
Central Arkansas.
Yes, once again, it seems like, Sherm, that the defensive line is all of a sudden woken up now, and they can't get any push up front for the American team. So the national team is starting to play well now and get it together.
And they continue to be aggressive with the play calling because 4th and 3, and the American team has their quarterback out there, and there's a timeout on the field. That'll be a timeout by the national team. And so we'll be back with a quick break. You are listening to the 2018 Tropical Bowl presented by the 3-Point Conversion. Thank you for tuning in. Again, we have a quick commercial break. Timeout on the field.
This is Lamont Broadus, the sportsologist from the hit show Talking Ish, and you are listening to the 3-Point Conversion station. Keep it locked.
Hey, yo, what's up, man? This is Marcus Banks of the Big Three. You're listening to the 3-Point Conversion station.
Welcome back to the 2018 Tropical Bowl. Again, we had a timeout by the American team, and they're still on the field with their offense. It's 4th and 3 from the 5-yard line. 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. And so number 82 is in motion. Anu Solomon takes and rolls out to the right. He's having trouble finding an open man. Finds someone in the back of the end zone. It's batted down by number 20. Erman Lane out of Florida State. Again, he was a flashy guy, even in practice as he shut down his receivers. He lets you know that he shuts you down. And so, again, feeling very confident about that.
It was only 3rd down. They have some
scoreboard difficulty. So that was 3rd.
So this is 4th and 3, so they're going for it. Okay.
So they're still going for it. Anu Solomon still the quarterback from Baylor. Hands off to number 28.
Oh,
Edwards gets all the way in. So that touchdown is by Zachary Green. They just have a 2-man rushing attack on the American team.
Yeah, they can't stop. When they're doing misdirections, it seems like the American team is proactive, and
the national team is reactive. So they're more so reacting instead of, beating their man to the ball.
But the national team, for some reason, they're getting psyched out, for lack of better words, when they do these misdirections, and that's how the American team is able to, put points on the board.
And with that said, Sergio Soroka is out to attempt his second extra point. He missed the first one right, but let's see if he gets redemption on the second kick. And so here's a snap in the hold, and the kick is up, and that kick is good this time. All right, so 13-0. 5:39 left to go in the first quarter. We're still waiting on that response from the national team. Now, the defense, like as Raphael said, did, begin to wake up. Now it's time for the offense to do as well because it's 13-0. And again, this is your dress rehearsal, so it's up to everybody to begin executing.
Yes, it's time. I wonder what the coach is going to come up with now. Now, the good thing about the offensive side is you can come up with different plays and different schemes where the defense has to be basically basic. So we're going to see what the coach cooks up right now.
And keeping up with that theme, the basic, that's where it's going to start with the foundation, which is the offensive line, because honestly, our quarterback, Brandon Harris, he had little to no time with every drop back. And so here comes the next kickoff. Our same receivers are back deep. We have Dominic Biner again out of Minnesota Duluth, and we have Arkeel Newsom out of Connecticut. The kick return game has been nice for both teams. Honestly, it's been good returns on both sides.
Sergio Soroka.
So Sergio Soroka, again, who just made the back. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he didn't have to make that play. I mean, he was about to bounds and actually picked up the flag. National team defensive coordinators begging for someone to knock somebody in the mouth.
Okay.
So just happened on the offensive side. So let's see what they're able to do.
And of course, that's figuratively speaking. So Brandon Harris is back as quarterback again for his second drive. Hands the ball off to number 3, Chris Robinson out of Delta State. Very little gain on the play. The American team continues to be strong up front. Number 45, Malik Slater on the tackle out of Valdosta State. Second and 9 from the 36. Again, 13-0. The clock is running. 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter.
They might want to do a pass play right now.
Yes,
they can't,
open it up.
They can't get any space going up front in the middle.
All right, Brandon Harris is back again. Throws a quick hitch route. Nice tackle broken by number 88. Danico Carter, and he's out of bounds after a first down. Danico Carter's out of University of West Georgia, and he was making all types of amazing catches yesterday in practice.
And like I said, you have to spread it out right now. You can't run up the middle, so you have to do some quick screens to make the defensive squad react. And right now, if they keep this up, I believe they can go ahead and maybe put some points on the board.
And if they can continue, maybe if they pick up the pace and perhaps go no huddle, then they can tire out the American defense. But right now, we're lined up under center, 1st and 10. We have one back behind. That's Chris Robinson again. Again, but he's tackled down by number 44, Dion Pierre out of Sanford. Hearing his name a lot, he's always at the ball. Wherever the ball is, you can count on him to be there.
That was great.
And he's very fast across the way. That's Markel Pack out of Ole Miss. But he's brought in by number 45, Malik Slater.
Tackled by number 45.
Yeah, Slater.
And Malik Slater is well represented in the crowd. Each time you hear his name called, his family is representing. That's what this is about, making your parents proud, not just about making these scouts proud. These are the people who've been with them from, since they decided to be playing football. And now they're on the verge of their dreams. So it's good to see a lot of support in the crowd. So it's 3rd and 1 from the 13. Harris drops back. It went straight through his hands. It was going for number 81, Jordan Franks. By the time he turned around, the ball went through his hands. It was a well-thrown ball.
Yeah, you want the wide receiver to catch that. It was a hard-thrown ball, but that gives a quarterback confidence, and that will start up the offense.
And with it being 4th and 1 and being down 13, the national team says we're going to go for it as well. And so we'll see what they draw up. They're breaking their huddle right now. All right, here we go. 4th and 1 from the 13. Single back. Sneak by Brandon Harris. He takes a hit, though, in the process, but he may have picked up that yard. Tackled by number 45, Malik Slater. But they did get the first.
Tackled by number 45.
Did they get the first down?
Yeah, it looks like.
Yes, they did give them the first down. The quarterback's still in the field.
Okay. Yeah, they barely got it. But
So 1st and 10.
Looked like the referees was undecisive on that play.
Yeah, they were going to go for the measurement, but then they do decide to give them the first. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 12. So they don't have to score. They just have to get to the 2. But, of course, they're looking for points here. And I'm feeling the pass play at this point as well because, again, they have a lot of great receivers. We saw them in practice mode. And so we have a fake handoff, and Harris takes it himself on the quarterback scramble, and he's brought down
Brandon Harris on the carry.
by number 42.
Pickup of 9 on the play.
Keyshawn Freeman.
Was that Keyshawn Freeman? It looks
Or else it could have been number 41, Tanner Hudson.
Looked like it was-
Down and one.
looked like it was Keyshawn
The
Freeman.
3-yard line.
Now, right there, they did a misdirection. Like I said, you have to do this with this team. This team is too big up front to just run up the middle, and the linebackers are too fast. So you have to put in some misdirection plays or quick screen plays or quick outs to get this offense going.
And when you look at the D line, number 96, Joshua Frazier from Alabama's up front. We have a fade route caught for the deflected at
Nice
the end.
play.
Nice defense there by number 21. That's Khalid Williams out of the Citadel. So there was a fade route on a goal line situation, and the cornerback stood his ground. And just as I stated at the beginning of this episode of the show, all the cornerbacks feel very highly about themselves and don't want help.
Right.
They're holding their man.
Actually, that was Marcellus Pippins that made that.
Out of Washington State University. Danico Carter won, and again, that was a very beautifully thrown fade route by Brandon Harris out of University of North Carolina. And so again, with just waiting the extra point here, with 49 seconds to go, it's currently 13-6, and now that is no good. Our kickers are having a struggle. It is 13-6, and exciting first quarter.
American team 13. The national
13-6. The national team has to feel good that they did respond. And now it's up to the defense to not let the American team march down again.
Well, as stated earlier, the defensive coordinator for the national team stated that they need to knock somebody in the mouth. After seeing the offense drive down the field, they have to be inspired and have to come back and play better.
And so with it again only being the first quarter, they can set the tone going into the second. We're just right now waiting for the extra special teams to get their extra instructions from their coaches. And while we're waiting, Raphael, could you maybe tell them about the Next Level series?
With the Next Level series, we take it and, well, for anybody that's trying to get into the NFL, what we do is we do interviews and we have them on our radio station, the 3-Point Conversion station. Also, we do feature stories on them and share it out to the scouts and NFL teams just to give these guys more opportunity and more exposure. And it's a blessing to do it. You get to learn where these kids come from and their mindset. And it's like I said, go to the 3pointconversion.com and you'll find out some great stories and some great kids.
All right, so we're ready for the kick. That was Aaron Medley, who just missed the extra point. He's going to go ahead and do the kickoff. We have 82, Laquiviante Gonzalez from Southeastern University, and we have Trevor Steinke still back. And this ball rolls out of bounds, so that's going to be a penalty on the kickoff.
Flag on the play.
And that's not going to be one of the things you'd want to do as a kicker after missing the extra points, to kick that kickoff out of bounds, because it gives you great field position.
And in advance, we definitely want to apologize if we mess up any kids' names. So,
and also if the stream were to go down, but again, we're appreciating you listening in live with us. We're trying to do our best to bring you to the Tropical Bowl with us.
Now, and if you are listening, you can come inside. We have a chat room. You can shout out your kid or whatever you need to do, and we'll go ahead and say that comment or the shout out loud on the station.
And Anu Solomon's in for his third drive. We've done a handoff sweep here, and he's brought down by several players on the national team. Bethea on the carry.
So I'm wondering if we're doing quarterback for each quarter, because usually
a couple of
they
series, right?
substitute them, after every other drive, in past Tropical Bowls, but they're sticking with the quarterbacks and the starters for this long so far.
We do have a new running back in. Again, Eugene Bethea out of Southeastern University. This is his first drive. He's out in the flat. Quarterback's rolling. Solomon hits his tight end who eludes a tackle, but is shoestring tackled at the end by number 26, Terrence Bailey, out of Weber International.
And that was Thomas Lucas with the reception. And he's from Duquesne. Yeah, that was good to get the quarterback out in the open so he can make a play and see the field better.
And that's going to end the first quarter. 13-6. The American team is up. It's been action up and down the field. The national team had a slow start, but, they're up and running. So we'll be right back with you. We'll take a station identification. We'll be right back.
What's up? This is Anthony Hamilton, and you're listening to the 3-Point Conversion.
Yo, it's your man, Mr. Controversy. You are listening to the 3-Point Conversion station. You know how we do it. Keep it locked, people.
Niles Scott of the blue team of the national team. They're finally becoming awake on offense and getting some penetration of their own. But there could be all new linemen in on both sides. But what we do know is number 95 was also in on the tackle. McKindy Cherador out of Georgia State.
Loss of 3 on the
3-yard loss on the run.
second down and 13 from the 40-yard.
Second and 13. Practice yesterday, the defensive coach for the American team, he said this is about us, not about the offense. And so we got a 3rd and 5 from the 32. We still have Richard Legault under center. He throws. We hand a little sweep off to 82. LaQuiviante Gonzalez, but he's swallowed up among many by number 95. number 96, Steven Richardson out of Minnesota. But again, there were many swarming there. Also 45, Hayden Nagel was there.
Yeah, that was great defense by the national team. They didn't budge, and it looks like the American team is going to come out for a field goal. This is about a 48-yard field goal right here. So let's see if he's able to capitalize on this.
And again, the kicker will be number 10, Sergio Soroka. It's good for him to get a look as well because in situational football, for one, and number two, this is his job. And so we'll see how he does. The ball is lined up pretty much midfield. We have a stoppage of play.
And another timeout by the American team.
Timeout the American team. They only have one timeout left as a result.
Coach can't be happy.
To Virginia Tech, to Indiana. The event, players look a lot larger and in terms of to be on the next level. So with so much at stake and so many needing to get their shine, every play matters that much more.
And going back to Stroka, hopefully I'm saying it correctly. Yesterday at the end of practice, the last play of practice, it ended with a field goal, which he made. And now it looks like the American team is bringing back their offense, and they're coming back on. They're going for it.
It's maybe a little out of his range again. This is a makeable field goal, but it is kind of lengthy. So we have Richard Legault back, and as our quarterback, we have a shotgun formation on 4th and 4. The defense is looking to get their penetration. Quarterback drops back and hits. Nice sidestep by number 38, Jordan Veazey. Tackle made by
number 38, Jordan Veazey.
Tackle made by number 20,
Tackle by number 20,
Erman Lane out of Florida State, and he's imploring his guys to come on. He's upset with himself because he's just perfectionist. Not because he was beat. He was there. It was just a very well-delivered ball in the 4th down situation. So the quarterback does have to have an increased confidence now after starting the drive with the false start. And so we have an inside handoff. We have a tackle by number 34, Travis Wilson, among others. Number 93.
And with the run, or was that?
That was number 29.
Looked like, yeah, that was Zachary Green with the run.
Yes, that was Zachary Green. Zach's already been in the end zone once, so he's looking to find his way there again. Again, the rushing attack of the American team has, led this, has spearheaded the whole game. And so we have the split back with the shotgun formation. Legault throws the fade route to number 2, and that is caught by number 2, Taj Williams, over double coverage out of TCU. What a beautiful throw. What a beautiful drive for number 12, Richard Legault at quarterback.
Yes, that has to fare well for him. He come in and automatically drives the team down to score a touchdown. It was a beautiful placed ball at the corner of the end zone.
He didn't throw a bad ball on the entire drive. He was just delivering. And again, not for naught, the defense was not a position. He's just delivering it to where his receiver can only catch the ball. The ball placement and catch radius are two things that the scouts are looking for out of a receiver and a quarterback as is, so it bodes well for both of them as they're making plays. And so Mr. Sorokas is going to come up and attempt the extra point. Looking to go 2 for 3 now. And again, Sergio's out of Tarleton State University. So we're waiting the snap. Hold us down, and the kick looks to be good. It's no good. No good. A rough day for Sergio Soroka. The score being 19-6. Each missed extra point allows hope for the team looking to catch up. And so the national team will look and see who they bring in under center. But whoever it is, they are going to be expected to drive the ball down the field.
Yeah, and man, Coach Littlejohn has his team ready for this game. I mean, defensively, offensively, they've been playing well. They look like they're well prepared. And going back to practice yesterday, when you look at both teams, even at the practice, the American team, which is the red team, that's why we keep referring to them as the red team. The American team came out and they were so
hitting harder.
Yeah, they had so much energy.
Everyone.
They were so pumped. And even at the end of the practice, it was just so much energy and so much life.
And so with that said, 10:48 left to go in the second quarter. The game is not out of reach. It's 6-19. We're waiting to kick off. We have some new return men back. We have number 5, Donovan Bonner.
Number 5, Dominic Bonner.
And number 2, Jared Beard. It is Jared 22, Arkeel Newsom. So it's been the same returners all half long. And so we're going to go ahead and kick it deep, this time inbounds. That's fielded by Dominic Bonner. Looking to hit the wedge. And it's corralled by among many, number 22, Jermaine Kelly.
Dominic Bonner.
And Jermaine Kelly's out of San Jose State University.
Tackled by number 22, Jermaine Kelly.
Number 12, Patrick O'Brien. This is his first go at quarterback, and he's out of Catawba College. 6'4", 230. Definitely has the body. And so let's see how he does at his first time in. And he's under center. We have a single back formation with 3 receivers split right. We have a reverse to number 83, and he is met by number 6. Blew up the play. Rodney Allen out of Marshall. He blows up the reverse.
And that was a great play because he was actually being blocked, and he fought through the block, and he made the tackle. I thought the runner should have cut inside. He had a hole inside, but he figured that his teammate had the block, but as you mentioned, he fought through and made a great and outstanding open field tackle.
And even as he was blocked in the moment, he still remained in his lane, so he also made it hard for the runner to turn the corner. And so with that now, 9:57, the clock is winding down, 2nd and 10 from the 21. Let's see what our quarterback has here. Patrick O'Brien drops back, throws a well-delivered ball to number 81, Jordan Franks.
Looks like he dropped the ball at the last
there's
second.
an incompletion. It was jarred loose at the very end.
Jordan Franks.
Must be the new style with the players. You know, the jerseys are up and they have the T-shirts hanging out. I don't know why
It makes
they
it
do
hard
that.
for us to see. So when we pause, we're just trying to make sure we identify, the person who made the true play. And so Patrick O'Brien's in the shotgun,
Okay, I'm with a blitz.
and he's right over the middle to a very tall receiver. Tackle was made by number 19, Tony Fields again.
Great concentration. They came out with a blitz.
And that large tight end at 6'7" was Farrell McKeever, Florida International, 6'7", 260, coming across the middle and looking fast while doing it. And so finally some momentum. It looks well for Patrick O'Brien because this is his first series in at quarterback, and he's delivering nice balls. And so we're waiting for the snap on 1st and 10. Another throw to number 2. Very nice catch. Missed the first tackle, but was brought down at the end by number 33, Jason Beck, out of Eastern Michigan.
Great catch by Jared Beard out of Kentucky Western College. Great catch. The ball came out hot and very high.
And he went and got it with his
down.
hands. That's right. He went and got it with his hands. He didn't let it come to his body. That's how they would like to see their receivers catch the ball. In fact, we talked to a Brown scout, and he said, just catch the ball. That's all we need you to do is run fast and catch the ball. And so I'm glad that they're opening up the playbook for Patrick O'Brien because, again, he's delivering. They have nice quarterback talent this year, the Tropical Bowl. We have an inside handoff to number 3, Chris Robinson, who's still going, and picks up a gain of 20, brought down by number 14, Anthony Shagog out of Virginia Tech on the tackle. But again, not before gaining 20 yards. So
great play. It was a change of pace running back. Brought him in, and he came in. He busted through the hole and was able to get some yardage.
And it's worth noting that the offensive line is doing their job. Number 59, Joseph Austin out of Central Michigan, led the way there on the run around to the left. He's the left tackle, and he has his hands full.
Yeah, we don't give enough credit to the big uglies up front, but they're doing a nice job right now.
Absolutely. Shout out to the left side of that line. Timothy Gardner was the guard in there. And he's out of Alcorn State.
Oh, he drops back.
Number 2.
Went straight through his hands.
Yeah, hands and legs. And that was number 40 on the coverage, Trumaine Washington out of Louisville. He is not shy about coverage.
Yeah, he should have caught that pass, but the ball was a little behind him, so he had to stop and come back to the ball.
And so 2nd and 10 from the 36 with 7 minutes 34 to go. Patrick O'Brien, of course, is looking for his first touchdown. It's now the American team who's looking kind of on their heels defensively. Hits. That was Shannon Jones out of Black Hills University. And he was brought down by number 30, Trumaine Washington.
Tackled by number 33, Jason.
And Jason Beck out of Eastern Michigan.
Yes, and Logan Osei was there out of Virginia State University. He made the big hit, but the receiver was able to hold on to the ball.
And so we're threatening in the red zone. We're 1st and 10 from the 10. And O'Brien drops back, hits number 10 with
yeah, great catch by Beard. Beard made the catch once again and held on. He knew he was going to take a big blow, but he was able to hold on to that ball.
2nd and 4 from the 4-yard line. They are knocking on the door, looking to bring the score down to a 1-score game. And so we'll see what we do here.
2nd down and goal at the 4-yard line.
Again, the O-line. The quarterback at all times. Johnson, the last couple plays, is making from the
Zacchaeus Cannon from University of Louisville. That was a great play. He had the ball in the last second. Cannon reached down and knocked it off. Get into the NFL or the CFL.
Trying to get into the end zone at that too, and you're trying to keep this a close, competitive game. And so Patrick O'Brien, shotgun pass, 4th and 2. Off the hands. Good coverage by number 21, Marcellus Pippins. Marcellus Pippins is a playmaker. There's nothing else to it. He broke it up. It was 1-on-1 on an island, and he broke it up on 4th and 2.
Yeah, Pippins made some great plays so far. And like I said, this is what it's all about. You want to stand out for these scouts. You have over 26 scouts represented, over 26 teams represented by scouts, NFL teams. important thing is to compete. If you compete, I talked to scouts yesterday, and they said they understand the fact that, you know, they haven't had a chance to play with each other and to learn the scheme, but if they compete, that's what everybody's looking for.
And the competition's been very. Garrett Dolan out of Houston Baptist wrapped him up and nearly got a safety in the process.
Yeah, this is crucial right now for the American team. They have to get out of their own end zone, but the national team right now, it's time to gain more confidence and gain, I guess, momentum if they make this stop.
If they happen to pin them down here inside the one where they are now, they didn't pin them, but this is where they have them. So now's the time to execute. We have a swing pass out of the backfield.
Nice tackle.
Shoestring tackle by number 20. That's the Florida State again.
Goes pass complete.
That's Erman Lane. He's going to be playing on Sundays if he keeps it up like this.
Yeah, Lane has been very active today, and that was a great open field tackle.
He saved possibly a 20-yard gain.
Yeah, it was wide open. He had a chance to break that loose, but once again, Lane was there to make that open field tackle.
And that was on Zachary Lane, who's already been a trouble, a pain in the side, a thorn in the side of, the national defense. And so we have a deep ball. Good defense by number 27, Kyle White. Kyle White, did the nothing sign because the nothing movement with his hands because there was nothing moving on that fade route on the sideline.
And big stand by the national team. They should get great field position right now.
And back to receive is number 6, Charles Nelson out of Oregon.
Number 36,
Talk to Nelson from Oregon's family, and they were coming in the stadium. They were very pumped for him, and he's represented well here at Municipal Stadium.
So our punter here is going to be 36, Kyle DeWeen. Nice high punt. And Nelson is back. He's got the ball, shakes the first tackle, shakes the second, and is brought down by number 27, Nate Gaines, along with number 30, Charmaine Washington.
Great kick. That was net 53 yards, but actually that was almost a 60-yard punt back of the end zone.
And it had great hang times, enough to where by the time Nelson caught the ball, he didn't really have many options. Although he definitely athleticism and shaking a few tackles, he was also less than 5 yard And so we have 3rd and 4 with a shotgun formation. We have an inside handoff again. And I don't know if he got to the first because he stumbled.
Yeah, he lost his foot. He had it open. But he lost his footing and he was able to dive. He was just short of the first down marker.
And he was reeled in by number 44, Dion Pierre out of Sanford. That's another name we've heard a lot of.
And it looks like they're going to punt, which I think is good. They could have went for it right here. But right now, you're looking at other coaches know that for both teams, you have players trying to make a name for themselves right now. So they're going to give them the opportunity, the punter, to come in and punt, show what he has, and show what he can do. Or maybe they might change it because they just called a timeout, the national team did.
Timeout on the field by the national team. We'll go ahead and be right back with you. Thank you again for tuning in to the Tropical Bowl, presented by the 3-Point Conversion Station.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Damian Adams from The Real Deal with Damian Adams. It's real sports talk for the real sports fan. On this show, I'll be joined by the best sports minds from all across the country as we discuss the NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, boxing, UFC, and so much more. It's open, honest, and funny conversation about all things sports. You will also get sports trivia and forgotten players. You will leave every show entertained and informed. On The Real Deal with Damian Adams, either go real or go home.
Welcome back to the 2018 Tropical Bowl. Back to punt.
Austin Barnes of East Carolina.
Austin Barnes is our punter. And he drops it right inside the 10 to number 82. Number 82, LaQuaviance Gonzalez.
On the return,
He put his hands up to shield the sun, but it looked like he was calling for a fair catch. And the referees, they acknowledged that as well and let him run the ball. So, but I was kind of fooled on that.
We kind of paused to see whether he would run or not. With that being said, the 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Okay, so it's 1 minute and 11 seconds left, and Sharon, what I'm looking for right now is this is that 2-minute offense. See what they can do. They haven't spent a lot of time with each other because it's only been 2 days where they were able to practice, but right now I want to see what they do and what they come out with.
And Richard Legal, who also looked very strong, the quarterback out of Indiana, is back, but we're going to start with a handoff to number 29, Malik Williams out of Louisville, and he is brought down by number 26, Tremaine Bailey, as well as number 10.
And that play right there was just to fill out the defense, see what they're running. And we should expect a pass right here.
And James Graves was also in on the tackle. Pass to Taj Williams, but a very minimal gain.
Yeah, it was a quick screen. It didn't really go anywhere. Good defense by the national team, looking for that. Right now, you have to air it out. I believe you have to air it out.
Go a little deeper because you're still back at the 20.
Yeah, you have to run.
And you have to get at least 40 more yards, at least 40, 50 more yards to get even near a field goal.
Right, you have to run a deep route right now. We need some action downfield because you only have 44 seconds. They don't have that many timeouts. You only have one timeout left. So
correct. Both teams only have one timeout at this point, and the receivers obviously looking for their moment. So what better time than right now? And so possibly too rough coverage out of Weber State. But again, if you're a scout, you're looking for somebody who runs towards the action and not from it, from a defensive back standpoint. So it's 3rd and 10 with 26 seconds, and we're still way back at the 21. So hopefully another. And they're going deep again.
Great play, but I guess the referees are trying to make up for the last play once again where they, to me, dropped the ball.
So yes, Richard Legault with the penalty and the clock stoppage. 1st and 10 from the 36. And so that was Christian Johnson, number 14, the D lineman out of Memphis. And then that was also number 95, McKinley Cherador out of Georgia State, meeting at the quarterback.
You have to give you have to give the secondary for the national team some credit because that was a coverage sack right there.
And so that wraps up the first half. We have the American team leading 19-6. We have the halftime here. We'll be right back with you for second half.